That's exactly right. Calcium's a good question. I mean, a lot of people say to me, I have to have, lots of supplements to get my calcium intake. That's what they've been advised to do. If you've got a deficiency in something, I mean, if you're going to use supplements, you should be using them as a stepping stone to get your diet back on track, or while you get your diet back on track. I really don't think that we all need to be popping supplements like we're told that we have to have them to live a long and healthy life. Well, I don't know about that. You might want to sort of do a little bit of research as to exactly what goes into some of these supplements, because some of them aren't good. But looking back at calcium, as your question was, there are over 16 different types of calcium that go into supplements. Which one do you need? I mean, if you look at calcium carbonate, it's the rock that we all know comes from the rock that we all know as limestone. It's ground up limestone. Fantastic, isn't it? I know I'm not actually built to eat rocks. Whether they be in solid form or in a fine powdered form, neither are you. So we've really got to look at this. I mean, if you look at the animal kingdom, how can they have big, solid, strong bones? And we have got all these deficiencies, yet we're told that we're smarter than animals, we're healthier than animals, pop lots of pills. And I mean, if you look at the supplements industry, I mean, why? We're more technologically advanced than any other time in history, so we're told. Why are we so deficient in everything? Why are we told that we're going to pop all these pills? We've been popping these pills now for 50, 60 years. The health hasn't gone up, it's actually decreasing. I know people who have been popping calcium supplements for 20 years, and their calcium levels have just continued to deteriorate, every year that they had their blood test done. One actually that I know of actually came off his calcium supplements, and for the last pretty much 12 to 18 months has just incorporated a really healthy diet. He had his blood test done not that long ago, because he rang me up and gave me a call and said, "You're not going to believe this." He said, "My calcium levels have gone down pretty much every year. Sometimes they've been roughly the same levels, but pretty much every year." And he said, this year, this blood test was the first time in nearly 20 years that they'd substantially gone up. And he said, "I haven't been taking my, the calcium supplements for about a year and a half." He said, "All I've done is increased a range of nuts. I had a lot more green leafy vegetables." And he said, "I just can't believe that my calcium levels have gone up." He said whether that's attributed to that. He also said that he was also going out and getting smart sun exposure. See, because your body can't utilise the calcium without vitamin D. And there's a real issue here. We've all been so scared about the sun. We've been told, that light bulb in the sky is pure evil. It's going to kill you. I think that's gone a little bit too far. I mean, there's some of the world's leading experts now saying that we actually do need to get out and get sunlight, because we don't get vitamin D from the sun. We actually need those the sun's rays to penetrate the skin. That's actually the precursor to us producing vitamin D. Without vitamin D in the body can't utilise the calcium to, maintain and rebuild strong and healthy bones. Smart sun exposure is essential. If you lather yourself in sun, and this is what we've been taught. I've been, was taught this sort of thing from a very young age. If you go out into the sun, cover yourself up, or lather yourself in sunscreen. It's actually now being indoctrinated at pretty much all schools. I'm pretty sure at a primary school level. But the issue is, when you're fully covered up, or when you're lathered in sunscreen, that actually inhibits the body's ability to produce vitamin D. So you can stand out in the sun all day, you're not actually producing vitamin D. And vitamin D, can't really be, it is found in some foods, but at lower levels. The greatest way we can get or produce vitamin D is from smart sun exposure. And I'm not saying go out there and roast yourself, that's just stupidity. You don't want to get burned. But going out, on a mild day when it's sunny and getting 5 minutes of sun exposure, half an hour to an hour in the shade, back out for 5 to 10 minutes sun exposure, it's actually healthy. I mean, they're actually saying now that, vitamin D deficiency in the Western world is approaching epidemic levels. They're linking vitamin D deficiencies to so many diseases now, about 8 to 10 different types of cancer, including breast and prostate. I think we need to really reevaluate things, look at things, from a different perspective. So regarding calcium, you can get You can rebuild your calcium levels or get all the calcium that you need from a well-balanced diet. And also going out and getting that time in the sun, that smart time in the sun, not to burn, but to actually allow the body to produce vitamin D. And also that vitamin D can aid in the absorption and utilisation of calcium, so we can actually maintain strong bones and build strong bones. But great question, very good question.